All right, hello guys. How are we doing? Good evening. Hey, Picker, Cartman, P. Mork, Clark, Kevin. Hello, Neil, Royal Fork. What's up? What's up? We got some, had some time this evening. I wish I could stream the whole night, but we're gonna have just a power session here, and thought may as well continue that speedrun we've been doing. Hey, Giorgio, McNull. Tomorrow I will also be streaming as well. Probably do some sub Sunday in the afternoon, that kind of thing. Chill out. But I have a prior commitment this evening, so I won't be streaming all night, unfortunately. As much as I want, as much as I love you guys. Hey, Chicken Pants! Here early. Get a front row seat for that kid speedrun. Thank you. 10 gifted subs from Chicken Pants. Let's go. See if we can't learn a thing or two today, huh, bud? King's Indian subs. With white and with black. King's Indian attack, King's Indian defense. Also got another one of those evening coffees. I'm having those a lot lately. Evening coffees for the boys. Hey, System Filler, we're doing a speedrun right now that we've done for the last couple days. King's Indian speedrun. Yes, it is new. If you haven't been here the last couple days, you haven't seen it. Hey, Valentinian. Cartman, tier 3 for 19 months. Hashkull TV, thanks for the 5 months. And a hella fresh sub, thanks for the 10 months. Appreciate it, Cartman. Well, it might be for you, Large Seth. There's a, the thing is, with the black pieces, obviously, against d4, you can play the King's Indian defense. Against e4, basically I can kettle my bishop, and we play more like a Pierce, so I can't force it against e4. But with white, we play King's Indian attack, and no, Shorty, I wouldn't say it is the exact same thing, but just reversed. Wouldn't think of it that way, but it's systematic, so you can sort of play the same kind of moves, and we've been up to 1100 elo so far. But definitely you'll see similarities with both sides. That's why I think it doesn't matter if we get white or black, because the ideas will be very similar. All right, so let's get into it. We got our 36 wins. There we go. We haven't lost yet. We've come close, I think, a few times. Always start with e4 there, Royal Fork. I think generally if you play knight f3, g3, d3, bishop g2, if you do this kind of stuff, then we're kind of playing more like a ready. So I think the pure King's Indian attack kind of starts with e4 to me. Yes, a lot of people wondering, will this be on YouTube? You should make that a command. Yes, I'm sure that this will make it on YouTube, guys. That's the plan. Let's jump into it. These are 5-minute games. Let's see what we get right off the bat here. All right. Ooh, we got almost a 1200 here. Okay. Well, this one is probably going to be more Peart style. We'll see what he does. Some people go c4, knight c3, and then it pretty much transposes. Oh. Am I falling into something again? Or did the same thing happen? I promise you this isn't the point of the speedrun. It's not supposed to be the speedrun where I win the e4 pawn and just win the entire game and that's it, that's the speedrun. That's not what I intended when I set out to do this. But that's what it's looking like. See Seth? Just bringing another knight here. I mean, I'm kind of curious if he's going to take this, because we should know This is not like a good thing for white, right? Hopefully we all know that. Let's see what he thinks about this. Because on the one hand, if you've made it all the way out there, you don't want to waste your time, you know? You know, let me do this for free. So I thought he would get tempted by that, but he doesn't. He plays this, which is a better move, for sure. So I'm actually wondering, in this case, there's no way that I can just win a piece here, but I feel like I can come pretty close. So what about, it takes an e6 almost? I feel like there's a way to bait him. If I take and play c6, queen takes g6, actually kind of looks like it works. d5, queen g3 with bishop h6 coming. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Little yucky, so I think I'm gonna take and keep it simple. Bishop g4 actually loses a piece. Knight takes f6 with check, and then queen takes g4. Well, I'll keep in line with our king h7 move here. He sees it, yeah, for sure. Of course he does. Of course he sees it. Now, I can't play this move because of queen takes b7, so I would even consider rook b8 here. Just gotta complete that development. Is this theory? Great question. I'm not sure I can produce the answer. Let's do exactly that. I'm not committing too many pawns forward, so... Okay. See this? I'm basically gonna play this. I'm not really gonna care about that. I can take his pawn on a2, but once I get my e-pawn up there, you guys know the drill. f4, sorry, f5, e4. Those are the plans. Let's make sure we even up the pawns first. Yeah, f5 is going to be my next move, probably. Thanks, Leckerding 2012 for the Prime sub. 4 months. Johnny W2K as well for 15 months at tier 3, and also Argog for what looks like it could be a free piece. We take those. And we'll take with the pawn. Bishop here. His queen is running out of squares, eh, boys? Not a lot of real estate left for that lady. That's a pretty good move, I would say, in terms of just, you know, saving the queen, which is the goal. Doesn't really matter which move we do. Both look pretty strong. So let's go for this one. Okay, defend. Hi, Mon. You're so pleasant sober. Thank you. Take that as an insult. Let's go king g7. I actually like playing g4 here. Everything's kind of covered, but yeah, I like this. My bishop's covering everything. I'm up 2 pieces here, so. Yo, Canty is in here, in the building. Well, he's not really doing too much with this tactic here. You know what I mean? Like, what's the threat, bro? You wanna basically trade queens? That's all I see. What's up, Canty? Thanks for the 36 months. He's not just here, guys. You're just telling me Canty's here. No, he's here and he's resubbing. For 3 years. He's here and he's been here. Thank you to GM Canty for the long time resub. Whopper Jr. 98 also coming in for 10 months. And Pewterella, hello, hello. 16 months too long? Well, You know what they say, in the immortal words of Yasser Seirawan, you know, I'll always make the same mistake for more than 16 months. Looking forward to many more. Buterella, what's up, what's up? Take this. Something like this, and oh, okay, this helps a lot. Because he's dropping this pawn, and then the bishops are gonna start to say hello. The bishops are looking to say hi. It's a serious move. GG. Add that to the win column. Honestly though, once again, I feel like, you know, we have to at some point reach the elo. What do you guys think is going to be the elo where people do not blunder their e4 pawn? Because it just kind of sucks the life out of the position. Like, these games are a lot easier as a result. $1,400? Getting a lot of 1400s. It's not a bad guess. We're at 1100 right now, so we got a ways to go. Ooh, the Nederlands are coming though, and it looks like we might get the London against our King's Indian setup. I'm drinking a coffee here, Buterella. Someone just came in the chat and said that I'm very pleasant, sober. And that's the energy I'm going for. Just a pleasant guy. Okay, so he's what we call a sender. Let's take. Oh, bishop takes is interesting. The reason this move is kind of questionable to me is that the knight move next. I'd expect you have to just move your bishop away, so kind of losing some time there. Yeah, it actually is a London. I play the London the same way when I play white, bishop f4, knight c3, but it's kind of an advanced idea a little bit. Like, I don't think it's so obvious. Hey, cheers, King Spence. Hopefully we learned a thing or two, hey? I think we're gonna approach maybe the most instructive elos pretty soon, which I sort of expecting to be somewhere between 12 and 1500. Pawn takes here actually really looks nice. I'm gonna do it. I know this wouldn't be everyone's instant recapture, but the thing is, it's only temporary. My pawn's gonna get to f5, and my bishop will open up, so it's not like I'm blocking that piece forever. Hey, Six Beards. Yeah, the variation he did, Java Bandit, I cannot condone. What he did, no. But up until he played e4, e4 was good. That position is definitely one that I've had many times before. All right, I'm thinking it's a... restrict this knight a little bit. So let's start. Let's start by taking. I think I'll throw this in. So we'll check the king because I know no matter what, you know, if something blocks on e4, they're gonna lose a piece. And if something blocks on e2, okay, the bishop has to take a step back. It doesn't really want to do that. So that should be a good thing for me. Yeah, I don't think this knight really wants to go there. I'm gonna go f5. I am making a threat here. Probably white needs to do something like that to stop it. I will yoink that pawn. If we've learned one thing from this speedrun is that we are definitely taking pawns when we can. Bishop back to g7 would have been fine, but at this point, I know that, you know, this knight is never coming near my king. The bishop's on the wrong color, so I'd actually like my king to make it to g7. So I don't think I want to put my bishop there. Let's see. Start with queen d6, make a threat. Just a baby threat. I really just want to play bishop d7, but we've got the pawn to look out for. I think we'll just I think we'll go b6, and bishop d7 is my next move. Now the rooks are connected. This bishop looks really strong. Bishop takes d4 as a move. I'm also thinking about just a6. Take care of the b5 square, and yeah, rook d8 for sure is my next move. King there. h5 is also a nice move because h4 and loosening up the g3 square. And if white plays h4 to stop me, then there might be some sacrifices. Okay, so this move I'm very happy to see. We always should be looking at that diagonal as soon as we see something like this. So as soon as I see this, yeah, I gotta move my bishop, I get it. But my next thought was queen c5. That's like immediately what I'm thinking of, and it's probably gonna win material. Even at the moment, I'm threatening to win material. Rook takes and takes. So I've got an open file. I've got a huge threat, probably game winning. And yeah, this is all because of the move f4. So probably plays a pretty decent move there, getting the knight out of dodge, but I think the damage is done for the most part. Dropping the c-pawn here and dropping it with check as well. Okay, now I'll probably give another check. And I assume he's got to go in the corner, but I'm going to play this move regardless. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. I'm picking up pieces slowly here. Jack, jack, and jack. And let's do another check, why not? Jack. Oh, now they go in the corner. Okay, let's invade. Let's get right in there. Let's get cozy with the king. Pawn Masseur, thanks for the 2 years with Prime. Let's go, dude. Pawn Masseur, appreciate it. Tulio 1990, 4 months. Jaybird 1977, thanks for the full year. Thanks, Jaybird. I'm doing very well in this position, I can tell you that, man. Bishop to d4 is coming. And we're looking to say hello to the position. And I think in a very painful way, we can just play, well, I'll play h5 just to put the king in a secure box. Okay, resigned. I was gonna say, we'll play h5, put the king literally in a box. And from here, we're just play bishop f2, and I sit there and wait. Because when white runs out of pawn moves, they're gonna have to move their bishop, and that'll be mate 1. So just sit there and wait for the inevitable. GG. This one was the London, but again, sort of an unorthodox. We got the bishop. Remember, I've been saying, guys, like in positions like this, I'm like dying to get this bishop. If I can take it for my knight, I'm on cloud 9. And I've got white giving it to me for no reason at all. So if you get your hands on your opponent's dark square bishop when you play King's Indian with black, or a light squared bishop if you play King's Indian attack with white, you are sailing. Home free. Home free. Hey, Kuklov. Well, the thing is, this is the Pierce. It has to be said. Like, it basically transposed. Obviously, D4 knight f6 is King's Indian. So this is technically a King's Indian setup, but when white plays this move and goes e4, it's really just a Pierce setup. But that being said, you know, white can also start these games with the move e4 during this speed run, and there's not much I can do about that. So, you know, there's no King's Indian to play here, but I've been playing this setup and we've been going for basically the same setup, even though technically it's not called a King's Indian. But with white, obviously, we get to go first. We decide what happens. So we'll go here, knight f3, and then we'll just hit him with d3. Okay. So this one, pretty simple. We want our knight there. All right, probably gonna go h3, right? They have a question about, you know, where they're gonna put that bishop. And okay, here we go. If I just get it for free, I mean, I'm happy. Most likely black's gonna go here. Okay, here in queen c8, I have a feeling is the description, but I can already tell that this game is gonna be at least straightforward in terms of our plan. King h2, we've seen all these moves before. Knight h4 and f4. That's coming next. For the most part, I'll be ignoring what's going on over there. Yeah, we've definitely seen this before, Spudge. f4. Black's gaining their space, but so are we. We got some stuff. So it kind of depends what black wants to do. You know, when my opponent sees the pawns coming down the board like this, he might be slightly more discouraged to castle for the most part. Like, you know, it's never a nice feeling to castle when your opponent already has multiple pawns, just like headed straight for you. You know, smack on your face. But he doesn't have another place for the king. And in chess, usually you can't leave the king in the middle of the board for the entire game. It's just not safe enough. So we'll see what he ends up. We'll see what he ends up doing. As for this move, well, I'm really looking at g4 and knight takes, rook takes, and trying to figure out, you know, what's going on there. But on another note, the move f5 is also a little bit tempting. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this knight to f3. I know it looks a little awkward, but this knight it's performing a function over there. So I think this is all part of the plan. Let's continue. That's now supported. Okay. What's the idea here? I supported my knight to try to avoid this, because if he just went knight back there, I mean, the pawns were rolling, right? This is the whole point of this system. The guys were looking to say hi. Okay. Now we bring our knight back in. And, I mean, we're up a piece here. Do I want to deal with a rook staring down my king? No. Close that up. No, thank you. Well, if you know what you're doing, I think the Pierce's black is always playable. Most openings in general in chess are playable up to like 2300, I would say. Right. The Benko, for example, which literally gives up a pawn, like fully sacrifices a clean pawn as part of the opening, is something that I used in my classical chess games up till about 2300. After that, I don't recommend it. Okay, f6. I mean, I get it. He's trying to open things up, but with pawns hanging here, it can't be working out. Do we take, or would you take this first? A couple good options. Start by taking this. Hello, wide shaft of Smucker. Something like e5 as well. Okay, he's letting me take. I gotta be honest with you though, I'm not that interested. I'm not that interested. Let's start by doing this. It's gonna force the bishop back. Okay. Now, that's my apologies. I thought it would force the bishop back. What I learned was it does not force the bishop back. We actually have a nice forced mating sequence. If pawn takes here, we can throw in this move, pawn check, and then we'll be able to take back with the queen and then deliver a checkmate in a couple moves. So honestly, this move's probably better than this one. So even though it looks really weird, I think it might be the better move. Well, there's a lot of things. This one, it's hard to choose. Let's choose this one to start. Maybe get knight e5 in. King d7. What a monumental move from the guy. Huge decision. Okay. It's gonna have to be a check from me. King takes, we'll take this bishop, and we're attacking even more material. And we are still up 2 pieces, plus we got this as our, backdoor trump card. I think he's really excited. How excited do you think he is to play a move with his king that's gonna be a check? I think he's really excited. I don't think he's gonna take this back. I think he's gonna go here. Yeah, he's really, really excited. So everyone, would you please observe the fact that this is a check with the king? He's really excited about this, and honestly, it'd be nice if you could just give him a few claps, kind of means a lot to him. If you could all just take a moment and just appreciate that. He checked me with his king. I pretty much lose the game. Automatic loss at that point. Why even bother? Let's think about getting my queen to g5. Also my rook into the game. Okay, still there's not really a threat. Let's give a check. And check. Check. And I'll go get another queen from you, lad. Check. Check. Meet, sir. GG. Put it in the win column. Although, it's hardly a win. It's more like a draw. I mean, I did get checked by a king. What about the game, though? Honestly, I thought this was a decently instructive one. I know it didn't look like much, but the setup, that's all we're doing. I mean, this is just cookie cutter setup. We've done it in every single game as white. We always go for this knight h4 and f4 plan. And then here, the only new move that I did was this one. And it was just because with your king here, you often have to watch for tactics. Like, you get into a position like this. He wants to go there. He wants to go there. Both of those moves look kind of dangerous. So that's why I decided to just go here, cover both of those squares. And then I'm threatening g4, I'm threatening f5. And this is the push that we want. This is the push that we want. And it's very easy for white to accomplish this kind of stuff. Like, king's safe. I don't know what black's doing. Nothing to worry about. Center, there's no tension. Yeah, do your thing on the king side. It's easy to launch an attack like that. Matt Amoroso, thanks for using Prime. 5 months. And oh, Java Bandit. Hot damn. Java Bandit, 10,000 bits. Thank you, Java. Good content. You're learning stuff here. That's the goal. Noted. Noted. That's the goal. I'm trying to give you guys a system, with easy ideas to harness and, one that you can pretty much implement very quickly in your own games. Glad you like it, Java. Thanks for the support, man. Let's get another game. Let's just jump straight back into it. Hey, I can't help it, Java. You know, I can't control it. But I definitely think the more instructive games will be in this part of the series. A lot of people are going for this knight c3. What you guys have noticed is, you know, people, they just send it. They just send it. As soon as they can attack your knight, I mean, they're like, you know, just crackheads. They're just, oh my god, like they just like malfunction. As soon as they can make a move that just attacks something, they just go fucking, they go crazy. They just don't know how to not attack a piece. It's so funny to watch. Oh no. Well, guys, this isn't my fault. They're hanging pieces and resigning. You know, dude, look. This is not my fault. Java, I mean, I can't control these dudes, all right? They're the ones hanging pieces. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. Just a nice 9-move win thanks to the King's Indian speedrun. When you play this opening, this will happen. Every time. 9 moves, just like this. This is going straight to the YouTube. Grandmaster lays out instructive path to victory using the King's Indian. Just a 30-second short. Well, I don't know what to say except I think we should just jump back in. That was a little unfulfilling. All right, let's try again. Here we go. E-defile. I know, I have to at least get into the position, you're right. Here we go. Oh, wow, that's very, very aggro. So I'm actually kind of glad we got to see a move like this because, okay, you know, it does disrupt the natural order in the position. My first bit of advice, I guess, when someone's just like shoving pawns down your throat is to create as much tension as possible and to just try to develop in ways that attack said pawns. So d6, easily, because it's a move we want anyway. But after this move, I wouldn't really give too much thought and I would just play this. Because I know that if things just like evaporate in the center and there's like a mass explosion trade, that it's just going to benefit me. Because my opponent's trying to play in a way that, you know, technically should not be that successful. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this. But I just couldn't. He's going to go that way. So this move at least develops with an idea to, you know, threaten the pawn in the middle of the board. So that's something with tempo. And then after this, probably would think, you know, hey, well, this bishop can develop. And by pinning the knight, I'm actually making another threat on the d pawn. So if I take, bishop takes, knight takes d4, bishop takes here, I save my rook. It's kind of, I mean, it's looking pretty decent to me. It's looking pretty decent to me. There are other ways to play this position, like even right from the start, as soon as you saw f4 and c3, I could have just gone knight h6 and castled, and my knight would get into the game. But I'm going to choose this way, which is a much more aggressive way of playing, which, I mean, just looks to punish this straight away. And no, I'm not going to play queen takes d4 and blunder. Bishop takes c6, you lose your whole queen. No. No. Clever Combat, thanks for the 5 gifted subs, buddy. Okay, let's do this. I wonder if he's gonna play the move that I'm thinking he's gonna play. It's not an issue. Yeah, so here's the move. It's not really an issue, but I think I am gonna do this. Like, I could play queen d7 and we could trade. His bishop would have to move. I would win this pawn. That looks pretty good, but I was thinking of going here. I'm trying to figure out where that queen's gonna go. Or sorry, where that bishop's gonna go. Because, yeah, I was thinking of just king f8. Alpha, you know? We don't trade those. We don't trade those queens. Yeah, there's queen d7, but you only live once. The e-pawn is hanging, so we're gonna get something. Depends where he puts his bishop here. He might go there. I mean, this looks like the most normal move. It's in the middle of the board. It kind of watches some squares. This move guards the bishop, but he's gonna get destroyed by knight c2. But basically this game, my opponent sort of overstepped with the pawns, had no pieces developed. So I always recommend taking the most concrete approach to that, the most punishing approach, and just throw everything you've got at those squares, and you'll probably be able to cover them. Bishop e3, okay, that's interesting. So if I take here, then yeah, something can drop. There's a few things though. Number one, I'm looking at knight here because then I'm just attacking both bishops. Plain and simple. I'm also looking at bishop here because then I'm defending my knight again while winning a pawn and threatening to take this bishop. Both look pretty good, but knight f5 looks pretty good. Couple threats here. This is not rapid. I'm playing 5-minute games for this speedrun. I think it's just a nice time control, can explain things and kind of get into the position a little bit without worrying about flagging, essentially. Yeah, even though that's not a bad move, defending everything, you know, the queen is gonna have to move or you lose another piece. And the great thing about this is that I get to trade queens. It's the greatest thing about that. I'm not even considering taking this pawn. When you're up material, especially like a piece, like significant material, then trading queens is the prescription. Okay. Rook takes, maintain the pressure. Couple threats here. And this check is fairly irrelevant. Let's bring our king here. We have a game-winning move, bishop takes b2, so certainly expect the knight to move. We're up a full piece, so just looking to develop, trade where possible, like even to just make my point. Of course, rook takes b2 is winning some stuff, but let's just keep it super simple. Let's trade, offer a trade here. Looking once again to trade. Keeping it real simple, following the basics. Okay, let's gotta hunt down some pawns. Now, what square is this king gonna walk into that's gonna blunder a knight fork? That's the real question. Maybe e4. We go here and then, you know, we'll play this move for no reason at all. Bring the knight to d6. My opponent is offering a draw. It's a serious draw offer. Rook takes c3, but then that would have happened, and I would have a knight and some pass pawns. Look at what I was able to do. It's different. The way you guys see the game, you see rook takes c3, and it forces the variation with knight e4. The way I see the game is knight e8 forces the move king e4, and I have knight d6. So, I mean, we just see the game differently, guys. If you were able to see what I saw, of course you would go for this variation as well. You win more material. Just built different. Life's always easier when you just take all your opponent's pawns with whatever piece you have, and then it's like, hey man, get your queen, but it doesn't really matter. I've got so many extra pawns by that point. And there you go. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. When you see those forcing lines, you gotta go for them. The classic delay resign. Yeah, it's true. They sit there like they're gonna let all their time run out. I've actually had this before. I think so. A really long time ago, if anyone remembers the Internet Chess Club, anyone knows about that. It was another server where you could play. It wasn't like online, like on the internet. It was a program, but Internet Chess Club. So on the Internet Chess Club, I played a game, and I was like doing my opponent dirty. I was like taking all of his pieces, and at some point he was like, it was like a longer game, so maybe he had like 5 minutes on the clock, and he just sat there. So he sat there, and he didn't move. And I'm thinking, okay, he's just gonna waste 5 minutes of my time. I'm not. Okay, I'm sitting here and waiting. And then what I did, and you can do this on ICC just like you can do it on chess.com, I think, I added time. So I gave him extra time. So I kept adding 30 seconds to his clock until the time got to like, 12 hours or something. I'm like, dude, I have all day, man. Like, I'm right here. I've got nothing better to do than watch you resign this game. And he immediately resigned the game. Yeah, people are all tough, ready to let their clock tick down until you add more time to their clock. And then they're like, wait, I can't play any more chess games. I'm stuck in this one. People are all tough until they have a little extra time. So try that next time. But you have to make sure that whenever you try to execute this strategy, that you also are like, a pretty worthless person with nothing going on in your life and nothing better to do. Luckily, that was the case with me. So, if that's you as well, then awesome. There you go. Foogs, thanks for the 41 months with Prime. Appreciate it, Foogs. Ben Schwart, thanks for the Prime sub. Gabriel's864 with Prime. And Hashkull TV, 5 gifted subs for the force variation, let's call it. Thanks, Hashkull. All right. This was interesting though. They came at us quickly with just e5. Just all of a sudden, right down our throat. e5. We got pawns everywhere. And what I'm saying is, I went for a setup where every move I did was like all about attacking those weaknesses. By the way, let's say things got defended. My next move was probably going to be knight here. My knight wants to go there. And from that square, it's also contributing. And then, of course, I do want to get castled. But even my knight here and here, I'm probably going to be winning a pawn against most players. Like, we got people blundering pawns on e4 literally for free. So if you're building up pressure with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, you'll probably win a pawn as well. So, okay, we got black again. G6. The usual. Oh, I feel this. I feel Queen D2. I can send. I'm nearby the move Queen D2, so I'm gonna play the move E5 because I can feel Queen D2 happening. Oh, actually, that's a great move. But I'll stick to like our usual kind of setup. So by the way, I've been talking about how many people fall for this. You got to give credit to the people that actually prevent it. This is a great move. Number one, no bishop g4, but most importantly, no knight g4. So it's a good habit to get into if you're looking to, add pressure to a battery like this with your pieces. Then, yeah, do it this way. Don't play Queen d2 first and be dealing with knight g4 as we've seen so many of our opponents do. So here I'm going to go for a slightly different plan, basically because I've been expecting my opponents to blunder this the entire time. So let's see if we can't put a knight on e6. There's actually been some previous positions where I think I've indicated that this is one of my plans. Okay, they keep blundering this pawn on e4. I was essentially tempting him to play bishop takes c5. He never went for it, but okay, if something like knight takes c5, I was going to go knight takes c4. Now, I'm going knight takes c4 anyway. And this is an e-pawn again, right? Every time. Every time. Okay, what to do with this knight? Bishop f5 is definitely playable. I'm a little concerned, I would say, about that move. The move f5 definitely looks like the one I would do. And I'm thinking for the most part that I'm just going to be handing this pawn back to my opponent. So let's play f5 and see what happens. The pawns are absolutely loose, for sure. So let's take this. It's interesting he's tempted by that. He had a few moves in the middle of the board that he could have done as well. But, you know, I'm going to get my bishop out to e6. And I always think it's important in positions like this to remember that you are up a pawn. Right, that's the compensation. We're up a pawn here. I'm getting my bishops out. Yes, my opponent has the open file. Yes, a little bit uncomfortable, but for the most part, I think it's worth the pawn. You know, slight, very, very slight suffering. I'm gonna go b6 now, and this is gonna stop bishop c5 check. It's also gonna stop the bishop from hitting my a pawn. So now I can just bring a rook to d8, and I want to trade everything. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. I'm up a pawn. I want to trade. Thanks, Basil. 20 months with Prime. Cheers, dude. Welcome to the show. We're just doing a speed run here. Started at 800 elo. Up to 1150 right now. Not too bad if I do these on myself. Let's trade and go here. Okay. So, how are we going to win this endgame? I know this isn't really like a, you know, endgame lesson speedrun, but since it's the main thing, the main thing in front of us right now, may as well focus on it. I think, lots of things to do. I think I'm going to go for f4 and bishop d5 to put pressure there, and maybe e4 later. One thing I can say about the position now is because I've committed all my pawns to dark squares, guess what I want to do? I want to trade dark square bishops, and I want to keep my light square bishop. If my light square bishop and his light square bishop disappear from the board right now, I would not be happy. Because then the white king would get here, and I know I'm up a pawn, but it almost feels like I'm not. Like, it doesn't feel that important anymore. e4 is great. This is what we've been waiting for. You know, we get like both of our bishops, beautiful, centralized, middle of the board. Look at these gorgeous, these gorgeous pawn structures. Go me. Now this is just purdy. This is just purdy. No, I have to do this for the aesthetics. There are a few moves that I'm interested in playing, but just the aesthetics, bro. Going after the fixed pawns. Notice how there's basically no entry points for these bishops at all. Let's go f3, f2, and bishop e4. Watch out for this move. Check. I want to see where he goes. Yes. Go me. Bishop e4. He has to take, or I can take him either way, but then I'm gonna get a queen here. A real queen, not like, you know, his bishop's gonna sack for it. Oh, there we go. That's enough. That's enough. He's tapping out. Understandable. It's a good fight. Honestly, I thought he played pretty well. On a serious note, you don't want to do what I did, which is play h6 before you castle. I sort of did it because people have always been allowing knight g4, which is like this. So I was kind of in this like mood that I would still get this move in, but this knight g4 move doesn't really do anything when the bishop can go here. So that's why you kind of want h6 if you want this to work. But you still need to be able to castle. You still need to be able to castle, and if you play h6, what happened in, like, this was what happened in the game, then queen d2, and you can't actually perform this move to play king h7, even though you want to. So make sure that if you play h6, that there's no way that your pawn can get attacked, you know, without your knight being able to go there, this specific position. So like these two conditions are met, because then it's gonna be very hard for you to castle. So castle first, that's just it. But as a creature of habit, I did this because we were basically winning the bishop every single game. And welcome to try. Great showing. Didn't allow it. Played. I know it didn't look like it because of the end game or whatnot, but you know, most 1100s aren't going to be able to hang with the grandmaster in an end game for very long, especially down a pawn. But I thought he put forth one of the best / better games that we've seen. Okay, knight c6 and d3. They don't like it. He's having a Diego, my boy, is having a look at it. He's not liking what he sees. d3, the mark of a noob. Okay, well, we're getting our moves in though. We are getting our moves in. Where are you going, bro? Okay. The nice thing about the way that I'm playing this opening is that you will never blunder a piece. And sometimes in positions with like knight c3 and this bishop pins you, they play knight d4, and either you have to like double your pawns, or you may even like lose a piece because you just can't defend it enough times. That'll never happen in this opening. It just won't. Period. I think... Well, we want to do queen e1, but we know we need to play king h2 as well, so either move would be acceptable here. Okay, queen e1. I'm curious if my opponent is going to play the move. I think he is. But honestly, we should probably learn from last game and play our moves in the correct order. Queen e1, knight d4, we would just take it. Very happy with that. But queen e1, knight b4, and it's not really that bad. You just go back to d1, but the point is the knight's like threatening to take this pawn. And based on our setup, there's not a single piece that can guard that except a queen on d1. That's just how the setup goes. So before you play this move, it's a good idea to check for whether or not the knight can jump in safely to either one of those squares, because it is a pain. Okay, boy do we see a lot of g5. Now, I will probably be selecting a few more slightly aggressive plans in this game, like b4 and a4. I'm absolutely going to be throwing in. It's not entirely part of our setup, but when our opponent castles this way, definitely is. Definitely is. So let's get these moves in. These are going to be some good space gaining moves. We're also threatening to win a piece. And here it looks like we even open up some lines as well. Why do we need the queen on e1? Well, the knight was pinned, so by putting the queen there, it frees up our knight. Also, if our opponent plays g4, we always want to be able to play this, but it's just good not to be in a pin. So queen e2, we're still in a pin. Queen e1 is kind of our move that we've been going to get out of that nasty bishop pin. I know it looks a little unorthodox, but the rook wants to stay on f1 because it often supports the f4 push. So you don't need to put your rook here. It's kind of a flexible square. Where does the dark square bishop develop to? Well, you've noticed that it pretty much hasn't moved, right? And this happens, I keep saying it, this happens a lot in this opening. Just get used to it. This bishop doesn't need to develop. You can do so much with the rest of your pieces. And hey, leave it there on c1, it does just as much as if it was on d2. I mean, I'll use it to take this pawn. There's that. How's that for you? Let's take that and bring this bishop back to e3. Yeah, Java Bandit, it helps. Well, it depends if they storm you as well. Because if they don't, you can still feel comfortable pushing, expanding your own pawns if they are not doing anything here. But yeah, if they're putting their king over here and they got a couple pieces in front, the pawns will do really well at poking those pieces away from natural squares. So take this, hit the rook. I think black might get really excited about like knight g4, but it doesn't really do anything. Number one, we can move our king, but we can also take and go knight h4, and I don't think there's going to be many threats there. Okay, knight h4, just to make a point about how there's not really any threats. Knight h4. I know it looks like black's the one doing stuff here, but not really. Knight h4 is a typical move for us. Rook a8 looks like a great move. Hey, Griffin. How are you, bud? Just a couple days ago, earlier this week, so only a couple days in, man. Didn't miss much. Yeah, I had a feeling that we would be seeing this move make an appearance. It truly just is not. I mean, black just doesn't have enough pieces for this to work, but you still have to appreciate what your opponent is intending. So, what is my opponent intending? Probably he wants to sack, maybe after playing this, so that he can play queen takes, and then rook there, and then mate me. So, at least I should be aware of what my opponent wants to do. Now, I don't think it works, but that's what they want. So I'm probably going to play this move, f4. I just can definitely see the queen being useful defending that square. Nice to have an escape square for my king. And if pawn takes as well, so first of all, yep, that's exactly what we expected, right? That our opponent would want to sack there and get the queen over, all that. I'm probably gonna just take here. I've got my queen defending it, so I'm kind of okay for the moment. Yeah, I think we'll probably take this. Z takes f5 good. I think a lot of things are good here. It's hard to single them out, but yeah, that would be a fine move. But yeah, even when you're totally winning, like I'm up a piece here, but I'm still gonna take a moment and try to appreciate what my opponent's up to, because clearly he's got a plan here. He's not just giving away a knight for nothing. Even if his plan is wrong, I still want to know what it is, so I can evaluate it to be correct or incorrect. Here, I would expect, something like takes, rook takes, g3, right? King here, that's maybe an attempt. Unfortunately, for my opponent, I have, some other things I can do, like I can sack pieces, but that might be his intention to try to mate me. It's just not enough. Like, I don't think it's enough, truly. I don't think he's got enough pieces. So I feel comfortable playing this. Also, I foresee a future potentially where there's like a bishop check here that my opponent can't deal with, and he gets mated like that. So I also have to be concerned about that. I like this move because, hey, now there's no sacrifice angle. So f6 looks pretty nice. Defend this bishop. A rook down here on a8 is also going to be good. I haven't really moved that guy the whole game. My opponent is running out of pieces, so I figured he would probably go for this. He's trying. Definitely respect it. He's trying to create something. I was wondering if he's going to play queen or rook there. But as I mentioned, bishop h3 is probably going to be a very unpleasant move to see in general. And tough to play for black because, like I said, you really are running out of pieces. This is not a bad move at all. I like it. Is he new here or something? He is. Let's push. I think there's actually a weird way where you can maybe deliver a fun mate. Oh. Oh well. That one was always going to be decided by time. Hey, he played pretty well. He had a plan and he's looking to execute it. He has a worse position, so you can't fault the guy for going for a plan like this because, I mean, that's going to work against a lot of the chat. This guy has intentions. He had f5. He built that whole thing up with g3. I could see some people getting mated by that attack. But we snuffed it out. We were able to stay ahead of it. But in terms of the opening, right, this is standard stuff for us now. h3, knight d2, king h2. c3 ahead of time to take squares away from the knight. And because we saw the king castling this way, the pawns can start storming. Queen e1 is our kind of special move that we go for. Gets us out of this pin and allows for knight h4 and various other moves. So overall, the game kind of played itself up to a certain point. And don't be worried about this bishop. Don't feel the need to develop it. There's no rush. It's often the last piece to develop. All right. Let's get another one. Let's get another one. More white pieces. D3 once again. Oh, our rating is 1169. Nice. Okay. D5. So we don't see this move a ton, but it's a good idea. We don't see this move a ton, and it's a terrible idea. That's basically what's happened so far. Takes, knight takes, and does anyone know basically what my next 5 moves are going to look like? Because I have a pretty good idea. I know for sure that I'm playing this move. I know for sure I'm playing that move. I know for sure I'm playing that move. And in order to get f4 in, I need to get out of this pin. So I'm probably doing something like this and this. So that's my forecast. There's a move which I'll mention pretty soon, which I'm going to throw in as well. It's a new move for us, but it's the exact same idea as what I just mentioned last game, and it has to do with this pawn. you know, if I'm playing queen here, the last thing I want to deal with is knight there. So it really is the sort of kryptonite of our position, the Achilles heel rather. If we play queen e1, they play knight b4, this pawn cannot be defended. I can't stress that enough. So we're going to play a3 to stop that. Normally I would play c3, but look how our opponent has played. a3 makes a little more sense here. Okay, again we see this g5 move. This is like, I don't know, like the most popular move in this opening. I don't really get it. Griffin, thanks for subbing with Prime, bro. Appreciate the Prime sub from you, Griffin. Euro050, thanks for 8 months. And DaxyPoo71, gifting us up. Appreciate that, DaxyPoo. Can I take that pawn? Well, I am pinned, so no. This move can be taken, but, you know, allow me to introduce knight h4. And I have an option after this. I could take it and look to take the queen. It's all going to be sort of even trades. But I'll probably play queen takes h5 and king takes g2. I also think that he might play knight f6. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, he goes for this. I think I'll take the bishop. Again, it's a pretty fair choice, but I'll take this. And the resulting structure is going to be great because we're playing the King's Indian attack and we've got their light squared bishop. Even at the cost of our bishop, look at this gorgeous square for that knight. So I know things are looking great on the king side, but I'm still going to take the time to play this move. I know it's not a particularly wow move, but it's pretty important. Pretty important. Let's we bring this knight in now. I think it's time. Could be time for this. Do this one, drop the queen to h3 after that. This knight's coming to f3. I might bring this rook to h1. We have a clear weakness there. And again, I'm in no rush to really develop this bishop. Okay. Pawn hanging. Am I really trying to get mixed up in that? I'm not sure. I'm okay just dropping back. Here, rook f8. Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't like having to put my queen over here on this side of the board. So, just gonna keep it really simple. Let's go here. Is knight c4 ever a move? It is, but just remember, you can be kicked away immediately. So, it's not a very stable move. Not a very stable one. Knight f3, for example, attacks the pawn the same way, just from a different angle. We have a beautiful, beautiful square for our pieces, for knights specifically. I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel. I'm looking at bishop g5 for sure, but also knight takes e7. I expect my opponent might be doing this next turn. Maybe rook h1. I would probably go for one of these moves in this particular position. I think what my preference is, but yeah, rook h1 kind of looks nice. Looks like an open file. That is the only open file for me, semi-open. Bishop d2. Whoa. Okay, it's kind of surprising. Well, we'll take it. I think we're okay with this. I mean, even though he's got the open lines to my king, I've also got, you know, literally every single piece over here. So it's pretty hard for him to crack through. It's not stable for the horse. Bishop d2. I'm thinking that's the simplest. You know, the other move that I really like here, which I'm going to play, is knight h6. Because it hits the rook, and it also aims to trade queens. That's a queen trade angle. I'm up a pawn. I like my position. The only bad thing that's gonna happen to me is getting mated potentially, so. Yay. Well, guys, remember, when you develop your bishop from c1, you're usually winning material. Have you noticed that in the last couple games? The bishop never moves. I mean, the bishop's in alpha. It sits there. It's like, dude, if I'm not like taking a rook, don't talk to me. Like, sorry, bro, but I'm not doing it. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Get our rooks doubled here. Exactly. Dark Square Bishop is a closer. It's a great way to put it. And let's add this song from Chess Ninja D1. Okay. I will add this song, Chess Ninja, but no, I am not taking rap song requests during this speedrun. Let's just bring the pieces. Bishop here, bishop back. I mean, all we need to do is move it and the file opens up. I think we just do it. Bishop there, kind of nice. This knight is also going to get trapped, by the way. Oh. It's not like a specific rule, Chess Ninja, so maybe you wouldn't have known it, but usually if I'm taking a song request during a speed run, it's just better if it's something pretty chill, kind of like the vibe that we have right now. Good music, but background music. The focus is more on the speed run itself, rather than the lyrics, for example. So yeah, this is what I was saying, that the knight doesn't really have anywhere to go here, so tough to hang on to. And yeah, he did not fall for back rank. That was good by him. That was good. Take his bishop to trade down more. I can more or less always do that. Now that I'm up like a lot of material, I think I'll do it, because he's only going to be left with a knight. But, you know, before, I don't think I was too keen on it. Stop knight there. I wasn't too keen on it before because my knight was actually a lot stronger than his bishop. Maybe this and some mate here. Unfortunately, he might play that. Nope. Yay. GG. Is that a droit taf? Or maybe some French for the boys. À droite. What's going on, bro? Yeah, not a bad mate. Visually satisfying. Speedrun's only been for a couple days. Definitely Spudge. Well, we're looking to... I certainly won't play it, but we're looking to bring a big contingent. So if we can get a good amount of people out there, I know Omid is going to try to play the Ontario Open, Moj as well. Trying to get Eddie Barber up to Ontario, not too far from Michigan. And yeah, if we can put together a strong contingent, then yeah, we definitely, Eric and myself would definitely be around. All right, let's get another game in here. I'm gunning for 1200 today. See if we can do it. Oh, that looks very non-threatening. I am happy to see that. Okay. Maybe E5 next? Okay, he's playing in a kind of weird way, I would say. This move, he's really just kind of all in on mate. I think I'm gonna have to, you know, play very aggro in reply. So d5 looks like a good move to kick the bishop away. Knight takes g5 is gonna hit the queen, so tempo. All looks good here. It's a shame we're not just like winning a bunch of material here. Almost feels like we deserve to be. But yeah, e4, he can take here. Still probably a good move, e4. Just not completely winning or anything. I think e4 is still reasonable. Are there other moves to play? I expect h4 is gonna happen by black, so I mean, let's go for it. Yeah, I thought that he would Java, definitely. It would have been a much better move. But again, I would have continued with the same thing. When your opponent's like just launching stuff at you on the side of the board, you just play in the center. That's just what you do. I expect knight c3. Good move. Let's go bishop here. We'll bring our knight back if we get attacked. And we can't take this pawn because his rook was hanging, which is why he did that. It's a good move, rook b1. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. And we'll just get all our pieces developed. This is a... I mean, I keep pointing this out, but people can't just walk up the board and mate you. That's not possible. Like, it really only happens if you truly, like, cooperate. Let them do it. So I'll even open up this file, because, dude, trust me. I'm gonna be the... This is my file. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. I promise you that. You know, I can actually even consider this move, which is kind of a funny move. Because now the queen doesn't even have that square, so I'm threatening to actually trap his own queen on his own h1 square. Pretty embarrassing. Knight here, then I go here, and the knight is also going to be lost. Because there's nowhere to move the knight. My dude is down so bad here. Hey, he's the one that opened the H file. Now I'm the one who's punishing on it, and he's resigning. That's what I'm saying. Once you get your king to g7, it's a very liberating feeling that your rooks can suddenly swing on the last rank to the open file. So you don't feel scared about opening up this because I mean, you can use that more than they can. And yes, Chess Ninja. I don't know about 2-song credits, but you know we're good to tabulate it for later, so no worries about that, man. We'll make sure that your belly's rubbed and you get your songs another time. All right, we'll take that though. That gets us 1184. Thanks for the prime sub. You sniffed it, you. Appreciate it, bro. And thanks for the bits. Oh, I see you're tossing in another one. Save the song. I see. You didn't even have to donate to say that, man. I got you. I got you. Thanks for the bits, Chess Ninja. That's 3,000 plus more today. Cheers, dude. Yeah. Well, there'll be better vibes for that. Absolutely. Man, what's with? Hang on. Do Canadians just suck at chess? Why are all the Canadians in the 1100 to 1200 division? Do we suck? I know there might be knight takes e5 here, but I mean, I just gotta stick to the system, boys. Okay, he's really pushing it though, isn't he? Oh my goodness. What am I dealing with? Canadians are so bad at chess. Ugh, my God. Put all the pawns on dark squares and then give up your light square bishop. I have no words. Oh, this is horrendous. This hurts my brain. I have the coolest FIDE picture. Thanks, bro. I'll have you know that my... What? Who are these guys? And how much are they getting paid? Because it's not by me. Very instructive speedrun, guys. Glad you're tuning in. Very instructive. King's Indian attack. How to win. I hope you guys are learning a lot here. Well, I can say that we got 10 gifted subs. Really appreciated that win. You sniffed it, you. What a username, what a guy. What a donation. Thanks for the 10 subs. And I can say that, you know, if you follow this game, I think you will be able to win a lot of your games. Like, this is the model game to follow. This is the King's Indian attack, fully explained. Exclamation mark song will always tell you the song name, by the way. I don't know. This one's just like a mulligan. You just gotta gloss over this one because I don't know what that was. DXC Steven, thanks for the brand new sub. Reminder, guys, in case you are watching for the first time, we are doing a speed run. Started at 800. Gonna work our way up to at least 2,000 and develop a little system. King's Indian attack with white, King's Indian defense with black that we're gonna play. And if you're not following the channel, you're watching, lurking, I know we've had some first-time chatters, don't be shy. It's a friendly place. We have a busy Discord in case you want to get involved, and if you're not following on Twitch, it's that heart button. Don't be afraid to say hi. LHS Chess, thanks for the gifted subs, 10 of them to be exact. LHS, yo, appreciate it, man. Good to see you in the chat, dude. Hope you're enjoying the speedrun here. Little Saturday burst. Ah, you're a Habits watcher. Do we have any anybody lurking here right now who's like TXC Steven? Who's maybe a premium Habits enjoyer that maybe hasn't chatted on Twitch before or maybe watching for the first time? Some lurkers, some Habits enjoyers. All about the habits. Hey, you're in the right spot, man. It's all about them habits. All right, let's get another one in. Is this gonna be for 1200? This is gonna be for 1200. This is the game. Jakob, I appreciate the engagement though. One chat message at a time. Some people got gifted subs without ever speaking. You know, those are the guys on Tinder that don't even have, like, they're just giga chads. They just have unreal profiles, they're handsome dudes, they have dogs in their photos, and they don't even say anything, right? They just get all the girls. And we got a few giga chads in chat as well. They don't even type, they probably don't even follow the channel, and they just get gifted subs. They sit there, do nothing. Just complete sigmas. Giga chat. Yeah, exactly. Let's get castled. Knight d2, h3. You guys know the drill. Always leave this pawn. Just take back. Knight on c6, so you guys know, in general, we're interested in c3, but especially king h2. Yeah, just want to step out of the way of that. And okay, the trade doesn't really bother me. What I will say is, remember, when they take, we don't want to take with a knight and get a queen trade. So in general, I've been playing positions where the queens stay on the board. If he takes, I'll probably take with the queen and then just drop my queen back to make way for a potential f4. So if I take with a knight, then the queen trade happens. I don't want it. But why didn't I take with the bishop and then bring the bishop back? Well, if I take with the queen and put it back to e2, then it's like I develop the queen e2. If I take with the bishop and put it back to g2, then I still have to play queen e2. So I save a move by taking with the queen because I would need to play queen e2 anyway. Ooh, that move does not look right. I see g6 and I'm not liking it. 300th LHS. Hey, testament to the support. Thanks a lot. Holy cow. So he might be going here and here. I just have a feeling that might be on his mind. Because knight b3 would normally win material here, but bishop f8, he could be going for the reach round. He could be going for the full, 5-year plan project kind of move. Let's play queen here. You don't think there's any chance? You guys have no respect for Hassan915? I think he's about that life. Maybe we should find out. I have to play knight b3 next move. Okay. My guy, man, we see g5 so often, don't we? It's crazy. The move g5 is a fan favorite. It really is. So I see g5. We're gonna go with another maneuver that we use a lot. Knight c4. The knight's gonna drop back to e3, and we're looking at some squares. But guys, hold the phone. In fact, hold everything, because right now, if you are a pleb, you can vote on your favorite Slim Jim flavor. Which Slim Jim flavor hits different? Make sure to vote. I get 5 cents every time you vote. Hit up that Slim Jim. Get those votes in. This is very important. I mean, pause everything. Pause everything. I know. I got 4 or 5-year subs that are telling me, look, man, I wish I was a pleb right now to be able to vote on my favorite Slim Jim flavor. I know. It's one of the premium pleb privileges we have in the channel. Don't worry, guys. There's still 15 seconds to vote on your favorite Slim Jim flavor. I don't know. It just pops up on screen for me. I don't know if it does for you guys. Otherwise, you guys have Sigma ad block on. Or you're subbed. Alright, there we go. I just made 5 cents times 13 votes or whatever. This is big. Huge for the bottom line. Thank you very much to all the plebs. Huge profit there for the channel. Okay, back to business here. King h7 was played. I can tell you it doesn't look like a great move. It doesn't look like a great one. I'm probably thinking about the move b4 and a4 just to gain more space. So I'll do this one to start, but essentially like one of my pieces arriving to e3, maybe a rook getting to d1. That looks like a good start. I am not in a rush to play this because while it does open things up, my king is, it's possible that my king is also a little bit weak. Okay, I see this move, which means I'm very comfortable playing this, playing rook d1 and just putting pressure on that guy right there. Okay, I don't know what he's doing, and I definitely don't care. Technically, this pawn is being threatened, although it's unclear if that's the worst we can do to him. Okay, queen e7. That looks like a pretty good move. You know, getting out of the pin is very important. Notice how he's actually kind of playing the game the same way. His bishop still hasn't developed, and his position is pretty reasonable, right? It's not like a huge issue that hasn't happened. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna go for what I think is a rather easy plan to understand. I'm just gonna attack the pawn. Keep it nice and easy, right? I have an open file. I'm kind of ahead in development. May as well take and just target it. Oh, that's great. We have our timer. You know what that means? It means my laundry's done. Go laundry. Laundry for the boys. Traumatizing? Why, is that your wake-up alarms? Okay. Something's happening over here. I think h4 is a nice way to keep everything closed, but I'm also looking at queen d6, and I think this is very simple because we win material. We're hitting the knight. Lots of different ways to play, but I'll pick the one that seems to simplify the most. Now, if I can, you know, I'm looking to grab this guy, but I wasn't really interested in doing that. I was actually hoping I could take it with the bishop and go for a checkmate. Wasn't able to happen. That's okay. We'll grab this pawn and maintain the 7th rank. This will be checkmate, but I assume it's not going to be that easy. Well, maybe it will. Let's try. You can't fault a guy for trying. You know, I'm just a happy-go-lucky lad. Oh, maybe here? Might have to go all the way back, bro. Damn. All the way back, eh? Might have to go all the way back. No place for your bishop out here. Unlucky, bruh. Bishop f8, or bishop c8, pretty reasonable. Fortunately, we're gonna play this. Don't think we can do it just yet. This move looks reasonable. I'm gonna play g5. Let's get our king out of the way. We got 5 seconds. It's not very long. What the heck? This is a critical game, so we're gonna need to make this pre-move. Rook g1. That was a devious one by the guy. Let's make this pre-move. I'm unsure what he's gonna do here. He could be cooking up something a little nasty. Yeah, okay. This helps a lot. Let's take both of these pawns. Oh, that's actually helpful. And fortunately, our speed is a little bit too much for Hassan. And we're exactly 1200. Perfect. Perfect. My username's speed only. Come on, man. You're not gonna flag me. It can't happen. It can't happen. Oh, he gave a great fight. But don't you think his mind is blown right now? He's got a guy that's playing slightly better than him the whole game. Just slightly though, nothing crazy. And all of a sudden with 3.5 seconds, he just, like this guy, me, the white player, just uncorks this unbelievable ability. Just like all of a sudden, he just plays, like all of a sudden these insane perfect pre-moves just come out. It's like, what the hell just happened to me, bro? Just got violated for no reason. Don't worry, guys. He will be getting his rating back, as will everyone who plays the account. It does say this on the account. because we are playing some pretty good players who would definitely beat a lot of 1200s in that same situation. So don't worry, they're gonna get their ratings back. Will he get his sanity back? No. Dignity, also no. His will to live, no. But the rating will be refunded. Thank you, Chess Ninja D1. I kind of thought so as well. You know, glad we're on the same page there. Ehump73, thanks for 13 months. Differential forms with 5 gifted subs. Mohit, thanks for the prime sub. Mohit Sudhakar, appreciate that. Plams, or Plamz, thanks for the 2 months using Prime. Exclamation mark Prime. If anyone's got a loose Prime sub, like, you know, Aurman Local Hero, we want to see it brought to the forefront, brought to the light. And Rolly MX, is that a sub from Mexico? Prime sub from Mexico? Rolly? Could be Rollums, but I think it's Rolly MX from Mexico. That's my prediction. 6-pack, thanks for the 3 months. A lot of 6-packs here in the chat. A lot of Giga Chads. From Brazil. Damn. Rolim is the last name. Well, welcome, man. Brasil, porra. And Jamshid Aziz, appreciate the 2 months from you, dude. Armin Local Hero, thanks for the 32 months, buddy. Thank you, Armin. We gotta go fast, Armin, you know? People are catching up to us. I don't think I added this one to the win column, did I? We have to go up to 46, right? I don't think I changed that. Gotta be 46. We got to 1200. And my laundry is ready. What a great day. What a great day. So guys, I am gonna go end the stream because I have to get my laundry and there's no way I could possibly leave the stream on in the meantime. But no, seriously, I'm sorry it's short but sweet today, but I have to go. I must go. I have a prior evening commitment. This is not because of the laundry, I promise you guys. Saturday nights for me would usually be like a crazy long stream. So very unusual for me. Very unusual. You can usually find this stream live at this hour and 7 hours from now. All right. So I will make it up to you guys next Saturday for sure, but I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. We'll do like a sub Sunday. But we got about 100 points here today in the speedrun. I'll be keeping this up as well. We'll continue this. And yeah, sorry guys if you just joined. Believe me, I definitely want to keep the energy going. I appreciate the subs and support today. OG Igloo Burner, thanks for the 6 months of Prime. But I gotta go. I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Promise. All right, so I'll see you in the afternoon tomorrow. Probably do a sub Sunday, chill, hang out, and play some games. So thanks for watching, guys. Short but sweet. Had a couple hours there and figured may as well get a stream in. Take care and send off the raid. Who is streaming? Oh, there's so many people streaming. I guess this is a popular hour. Our buddy Omid is streaming. We're gonna raid Omid. Our buddy from Calgary. We just moved to Toronto from Calgary, but Omid's a longtime good friend of ours, IRL. And he's a rapper. So when you get to his channel, guys, give him a follow and ask him about his latest. Ask him to play Triple Threat. That's one of my favorite songs from him. So he's a seriously good rapper, very good freestyler. Ask him to play Triple Threat. I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching. And we're going to raid Omid. Bye for now.